Once upon a time, in a quiet and poor countryside town in America, there lived an old lady in a small wooden house near a big maple tree. Her hair was silver, her face lined with wrinkles, but her eyes sparkled with warmth and kindness. Even though she lived alone, her husband had passed long ago, and she had no children. She never complained. She greeted people with a smile, sat under the tree, and talked to anyone who needed comfort. The whole town adored her. Most of the townsfolk were hard-working farmers, carpenters, or vendors at the small market. Life wasn't easy. Some years the crops failed, other times people fell sick. Worry and hardship were constant visitors in the lives of many. One day, a young woman named Rachel came to the old lady's house, tears streaming down her face. Her husband had gone to the city to find work, but hadn't sent word in weeks. "My children are hungry," she cried, "and I don't know what to do." The old lady gently invited her to sit. "Tell me, my child, what do you think will happen?" "I'm scared," Rachel replied. "What if he can't find work? What if he's forgotten us?" When we fill our minds with fearful thoughts, the old woman said kindly, we only make the pain worse. But if we fill it with hope, we feel lighter. "Let me tell you a story," she began. "There once was a man who had nothing, no food, no money, no family. He sat by the river crying. An old woman came by and asked, 'Why are you crying?' The man replied, 'I have nothing. How can I ever be happy?' The old woman smiled and said, 'Look around. You have the river, the trees, the sun. If you only see what's missing, you'll always feel poor. But if you see what's still with you, peace will follow." Rachel listened quietly, her tears slowing. "The man's life didn't change because of magic," the old woman continued. "It changed because he changed the way he thought. When we think positively, we gain strength to deal with problems instead of letting them crush us." Rachel asked, "Do you really believe thinking differently can change things?" "I do," the old lady said with a warm smile. "Each morning, wake up and say, 'Today will be a good day.' That simple sentence won't erase your struggles, but it will give you the courage to face them." Rachel nodded slowly, a small flicker of hope lighting her face. She went home, determined to try. Every day she repeated those words, "Today will be a good day," even when it was hard. She worked tirelessly, fed her children with what little she had, and kept her faith alive. Weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found a job and was sending money back. Rachel burst into joyful tears. The first thing she did was rush to the old lady's house and tell her the news. The old woman smiled. "Just as always, you see, child, when we think positively, we invite good things into our lives. Problems will always come. But if we face them with hope, we can overcome anything." Word of her wisdom spread. One by one, the townspeople came to talk to the old lady. They came with sadness, but often left smiling. Her advice was always simple: think good thoughts, and good things will follow. She had no riches, no power, no miracle cures, but her words healed more than medicine ever could. Through her quiet presence and kind spirit, she taught an entire community that hope begins not in what we have, but in how we think.